Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 with the New Nations mod as the Tukulur Empire. In the last episode, we finally westernized, which is very exciting. We are now researching technology. It gives us access to a better CB that we are going to use against Watara in just a moment. We also have some extra national focuses we can use. We may as well continue to encourage clergymen with those. We'll speed up the rate at which we do that pretty handily. We're actually well over 2% already in this province, so no need for that, I guess. Let's see where else we need it. Timbuktu, perhaps? That seems okay. So let's get started with fabricating our CB, justifying our war, whatever it's called. So we have established protectorate rather than conquest, which has a maximum of 15 infamy rather than the 22 we would have had otherwise. We'll go ahead and start that. We also immediately jumped up to 12th place as a secondary power, which means we are able to colonize, theoretically, though we are pretty far away from having the tech for it. The United Kingdom accepted the offer of peace from the Ottoman Empire. Okay. So, where was that? Up here, I think. Greece has expanded. And Colombia has also been pieced out by the UK, okay. And Austria-Hungary being pieced out by Italy. Alright. All sorts of pieces breaking out. That's fine. So, Watara, of course, is the last conquest we need to do before we can finally restore the Mali Empire. We just need to own Kong or be allied with Watara. Okay, fruit and grain production. And the Declaration of the Rights of Man, which speeds up rebel organization gain. So our war will be ready in 200 or so days. It cost us 13.2 infamy. Shouldn't have looked at it, obviously that's what happened. As soon as I looked, it was discovered. So ahead of us in the rankings are Norway, Belgium, Sweden, and then Japan before we can ascend into the ranks of great power. Charting the course of the Tukulur Empire. Now that we've embraced westernization, we must choose the path that the Tukulur Empire's people will take in the years to come. What civilized ideal will we hold to? So we can embrace the ideal of liberty or order. So liberty gains us 5 prestige. Okay, doesn't actually say what they do, really. Is it one of these? I guess not. Well, I don't really know. I think we chose liberty before, if I remember. We'll go for liberty. Maybe we can see... It doesn't show up here. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, clipper production output, paper mills allowed, furniture factories are allowed. We can potentially start building factories now, of course. We have the wrong political party to be able to do it. We only have interventionism. We would need to switch to the royal faction with state capitalism if we want to build them ourselves. I suspect we won't have any capitalists doing it yet because we don't have many capitalists. We're still looking pretty bad on the income front, unfortunately. I think it might be a good idea for us to actually do that now, start a factory, at least one factory being built immediately. So we will switch to the royal faction, or yeah, the royal faction, and let's see. I thought we had some coal somewhere. Maybe not, though. If not, we might be better off choosing a liquor distillery or something like that as our first factory. They're usually relatively profitable when we have a lot of wheat. This region in particular is entirely wheat, and I think is not even actually part of our country now that I look at it. Our most populous region is Outer Hausaland, which is... which one? This one. So we also have a lot of wheat there, so a liquor distillery there is probably a reasonable choice. And we can just about afford it. So we'll get that started. And we aren't getting the iron that we need for that, unfortunately. Even though we are much higher up the national rankings than we were previously, we still don't have enough access to goods on the market to be able to get the iron, it seems. Is in high demand. The Wataran Menace, they are coming right for us. We could probably consider trying to get allies among the great European nations. France, for example, would be a good choice, maybe. We have good relations with them. Though Germany might be a better choice, if we could get them instead. Though none of them are amenable to an alliance at the moment. Okay, cholera spreads. We have discovered traditionalism. So Serbia is trying to expand even further, which is nice for them. I imagine they'll actually be able to do it with Russia behind them. Russia is also going to acquire Trabzon, apparently. And our war justification is proceeding. We are at 6.8% literacy, which is pretty bad, but we should be able to get that up relatively soon. The problem is that we are going to be pretty far behind in tech compared to all the other European nations, so they're going to probably be able to get colonizing. I think 1880 is when that will start happening, and we are going to be much too far behind to actually compete with them. Nowhere available for us to colonize. We're pretty far away. Nationalism and imperialism, breech-loaded rifles, state and government, and medicine. What we're going to need. Okay, crisis. Over the liberation of Hungary. Tukular Senegal integration. Tukular Empire has managed to, or has maintained control over Tukular Senegal for us to consider the possibility of integrating it into Tukular Empire as a whole. There are Tukular flags waving in Matan, flown by Tukular citizens, so it does not seem so far-fetched an idea that Tukular Senegal be eventually considered Tukular territory by the world at large. Okay, so we can gain 2 infamy to, I'm assuming, start the process of integrating that province as a core. So I guess we will. I suppose the coring process is different in the New Nations mod. I wasn't really familiar with it before. So we have Germany backing Hungary on this one, and the UK backing Romania. Individualism. Looks like Germany might lose this one. Germany and Hungary. Oh, okay. So we got minus 25 and plus 25 CB generation speed simultaneously. That's an interesting one. And we are about to run out of money, so I'm probably going to have to reduce some of my spending here. Unfortunately. Rather not take out more loans than absolutely necessary. Okay, France has gone to the UK. Italy's going to go to Germany, and Austria-Hungary is going to go to the UK. Alright, we have our CB. They are allied with Gabu. We probably don't need to be too concerned about. I think we just go ahead and declare immediately. No need to call our allies. Unlikely or impossible for them to join anyway. And Gabu did come in. So their army is headed to Timbo. I'll go and intercept them with my army. Don't think we'll need to increase our stockpile spending to be able to win this pretty handily, so I won't. Small arms factory and luxury furniture factories are now possible. Okay, so that war with Russia and the Ottomans is over. Serbia has acquired the land they wanted, and so has Russia. Ottomans having a pretty bad time of it, apparently. Since we have westernized, actually, we should have better troops available to us, so we probably want to modernize our army at some point. No longer have to use irregulars. We'll just use them for this war, though, since we can win it no problem anyway. We could consider adding a war goal to annex Gabu as well, but I don't think there's any need to do that, because I believe that restoring the Mali Empire will give us cores on Gabu. All core provinces. Mali Empire will gain all as core. So we can go to war again with them later to take their land with no infamy once we have a core on it. We should probably go to speed 4. We're not really doing anything here, except waiting for the occupations to finish. Gabu wants out. I'll accept. Okay, and in the crisis, we have white peace. Alright, we are going to have to occupy their last province before we can piece them out of this. Which is fine. We did eventually get the iron we needed for our liquor distillery, so that's building now. And let's annex Watara. Oh, our name moved all the way over there for some reason. It's a mystery to me, but we should now be able to take the decision to restore the Mali Empire. Which, we will go ahead and do right now. We gain 21 prestige, we get new accepted cultures, we inherit Mossi, we gain cores on all of the nations that we have conquered previously. In fact, that being the case, I probably shouldn't have taken 2 infamy to begin coring Tukulur Senegal, since I imagine it's included in one of the provinces we're going to get cores on. Now that I think about it. That's okay though. All core provinces will get Tukulur Empire loses cores. Our capital changes to Bamako. Alright then. The Mali Empire was once one of the greatest kingdoms in all of Africa. Under the ancient flag we can unite the peoples of the Western Sahel and challenge the might even of the Europeans. Well, probably not quite yet, because our army is still woefully out of date, but maybe sometime. So there we go, Mali Empire. Exactly the same colour as Spain, almost. Actually, our flag is almost the same as Spain. Which is... actually, no, it has a red outline, not red stripes. Okay. Well, that's fine. So we should have cores... we actually have some cores on Ashanti, it appears. We have cores on the French and British lands over here. Portuguese as well, and we do have cores on Gabu also. So... we could probably attack Ashanti at some point for our cores on them, though they are our ally right now. But we'll probably wait and do that a little later, I think. We have gone up to 10th place. And we're making a decent amount of money now. Integration cancelled in Mali and Senegal. There's no longer a need to justify and claim in Mali and Senegal since it already exists. Yep, okay. So that was a mistake. That's fine though. It's only 2 infamy, it's not a big deal, so we have +1 prestige, +1 prestige. Let's reduce our tariffs if we can, and we are still making some money. So we'll bump up education spending a little bit. So Volta has become part of our nation, and it is actually our 3rd most populous province. And we can enact a reform. Political reform. I think we'll go for trade unions. Okay, so apparently has not affected our relations with France and the UK. We are actually getting a reasonable amount of Diplo points now, of course, because we're no longer an uncivilized nation, and in fact we're getting a bonus for being a secondary power, which is nice. But we are just about out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here and continue next time. Thanks for watching, and join me again then.